Alright, I have no confidence in these batteries, but we'll try them anyway. Kind of a junk video in the sense that I don't have much hope of getting anywhere with this, but anyway, let's throw it out there. So I was thinking of having some sort of Philosopher's Round Table and, trying to create some sort of interaction between people that really, where we try to keep it within reason. And, but the idea would be that, there'd be a select number of people. We'd pick a subject we picked, and would randomly take turns going around the table, making, say, 3.5, 4-minute videos as a opening statement. And it would be like each person would hear the other person's video before them, and so they could respond to that, or they would respond to the original comment, or they could make their own comment on the subject. And it would just go around like that. There would be a right to interrupt. So people could make an interruption video just to say if somebody's misparaphrasing them or something. So we'd limit that to like 2 minutes or whatever. And maybe we could even have the addition of some Skype content. I don't know. We got to limit the time on that. And then, I would edit together this stuff, or maybe somebody else can volunteer to do that. And, make a video out of it, and I'll certainly put it on my website and promote it however possible. And I just thought it would be a good idea in terms of getting people with a different point of view closer to each other, but not too close, but get them to the table, and we'll have some sort of Marquis of Queensberry rules about what's acceptable behavior. And that can be by majority vote or whatever the thing would be. If somebody gets out of line, they just get kicked out of, off the table. And I certainly don't want to be the head of this thing, because then I'm just going to be targeted as, he's to this, he's to that, blah, blah, blah. So I would just I'd like to have my fair shot as a participant. Somebody else can be the master of ceremonies. And certainly there can be, your participation is voluntary, I suppose. Maybe we say you have to have a certain number of, you have to participate a certain number of percentage of time. But yeah, there's certain subjects you're not interested in. You don't have to participate in those subjects. These kind of things. And obviously the more people think about this, maybe they can come up with some more interesting little gimmicks we can throw around it. But the general idea would be to duplicate what might happen if we interacted in person in a video format. I mean, in person, if we all showed up at some meeting place somewhere and sat around a round table to discuss things, there would have to be a certain courtesies, and people would be allowed to say their piece. And obviously, sometimes interruptions are very helpful, but obviously we won't have the same capacity to do that as rich a capacity. But yeah, we'd all have interrupt cards. You get 2 or 3 interrupt cards per week or month or whatever the thing would be, per quantum of time. Yeah. So you have some chance to mitigate against things going too wacky, in terms of how you're getting misparaphrased, or how some other thing is going off subject, or some other whatever bugs you about how the conversation is going, and you can throw your your contention in there, and then they have to deal with your contention. But again, like I said, I think you can come up with a good enough duplication, an adequate duplication of what a live forum like this would be like. And even those forums, sometimes they get dominated by the wrong people, and everything goes wrong because, the wrong people control the conversation. The people who are truly interesting kind of get drowned out by people who like to hear themselves talk. And, the advantage of video is that you have some ability to control that, by placing time limits that are more realistic. And certainly in post-production, you can certainly take care of a lot of stuff. But anyway, yeah, I think, yes, it's an appeal. It appeals to me anyway. So if somebody suggested it, somebody else, I'd say, yeah, that's a good idea. Count me in. I'll play along. Can't hurt, because things are just so stale and dead. And if we can get a few people to, who like to hear themselves talk, to put up or shut up kind of thing. So, the only thing to figure out is how many times around the table you go and all of that kind of crap. Obviously when you get 12 people, 3 minutes each, 4 minutes each, it starts to add up to real time. But that's, that's the way it's going to be. That's the way, any kind of intelligent programming, you would have to go through, a bit of time to fully explore some subject in terms of, getting somewhere. Certainly getting somewhere too by, the percolation of the ideas into some sort of pinnacle or apex or crescendo, some sort of final dun 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 dun, kind of thing. And so I really don't need to make a very long video, do I? Yeah, it sort of says it, don't it? So yeah, but this is the kind of, like saying, I think we did do some of this stuff, and we did do it well, in terms of edit it well, and we all kind of tried to wear a shirt and look reasonable. I don't know, I guess I wouldn't want to take too much of the naturalism out of it, who we naturally are, and certainly that can be done again in editing. You can fix somebody up a little. But, wow, this is more rain than I thought we had. A little mucky. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so I think it is the kind of thing that maybe you could maybe get a TV network to say, what the hell? Let's throw that on, see what it does. 4 a.m. couldn't hurt. It's got to be better than nothing, than infomercials. At least they can run their own commercials while our shit is playing instead of commercials. So anyway, I think it's perhaps a viable, perhaps a good effort at getting people to get in the game a little. And it doesn't take much. Like I said, 3-4 minute video, and that could be the end of your participation. You could have your speak and just run away if you want to. And if you wanted to hang around for the second round or the third round, that would be your prerogative. Maybe we can get some interesting people to play along. Maybe the modern mystic, who knows? It's all those, whatever they are, skeptical people. Get some of them. Maybe even the thunderfoot types, or even the amazing blowhard, who knows? Might be doable. And you get your little attribution with the video. Your name will be placed there, your channel, blah blah blah. It's got to be good for business in some sense, except if you're going to look like an idiot. And then maybe even get some of these, find a reasonable religious nut or two, throw them in there just for comic relief. Them explain free will or something. Yeah, that was a good subject, right? Yeah, we could bury that one first. I think it's got potential. And so, I don't know, if I have you blocked, too bad. No, I guess I have to unblock people or something. I don't know how to have a show of hands. Maybe somebody else could make a video supporting the idea who doesn't have everybody blocked. And then, we could see how many people say, I'm in, and maybe get this thing rolling. Maybe somebody else who wants to volunteer to be headmaster of the monkey house. Anybody who just wants to volunteer, and then I'll just say yes or no, I guess, right? Maybe I will decide who will be boss. Just pick somebody. Or maybe more than one person will want to be boss, and I can just pick them out of a hat or something. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to control this as an agenda. I just like the idea of it, and I just want my chance. I just want my 4 minutes, or 3.5, let's say, or whatever. And I want my turn. I want to play. The other thing we got to work out, like I said, is to keep the personal rags out of it. Keep all the unnecessary skanky whatnots and Holocaust denier bullshit or whatever other crapola people want to drag into it, out of it. And just have the subject dealt with, not the personalities. That would be quite charming, I think. Yeah. So, let's see if I can ramble any further on the subject. Make up some more crap. See what this rock has to say. What do you think, Rock? Oh, that's right. It doesn't have any free will. It has no vocabulary, nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's just nothing cognitive at all happening. So it can't really register anything because it doesn't have anything. You have to put stuff in before stuff can come out, and there's no place to put the stuff into a rock. Yeah, and it's got no container anyway, but the lack of input devices is a real problem. The senses thing. Not having a brain is also a problem, but one problem at a time. So that really won't work. So, who else gotta ask? A tree. No, let's not bother. Trees are stupid. Generally speaking. Ignorant. They're ignorant. They're ignorant. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Can I really add anything else? But yeah, I can come up with quite a few names if I just start thinking about names. Is me. Obviously the Pierrot, Anticontavad. You got Conference Report. You got Modern Mystic. Maybe Skeptical Heretic. Maybe Edible Napalm if you can, try to be a little bit human. That dorky queer friend of his. Whoops, sorry. There's a whole bunch of these other little twarps, whatever, Noel Plum or something, or whatever that guy's name is, or maybe even Thunderfoot, DPR Jones, or whatever, Black-Eyed Susan, Funky Bunk, Jerky Work. I don't know. There's other people out there. Rena Webb, that would be good. Yeah, Rena, that's a good one. Punky Snarky, whatever his new name is, Mike. My Misery and Me, of course. Yeah, that's a good one. There's lots of people out there. Old Fan. I didn't even go through my team. My team doesn't make too many videos anymore, but I do still have a team, I think. Maybe. Even this snarky Machine Ghost guy, maybe he can be sober though, because the drunk thing really ain't gonna work. Speaking of drunks, maybe even Gray Text or Heavy Traffic. There's lots of people out there, and it might be fun. And so we just have to come up with some sort of rule book. That's all. Some kind of just a little light. You get points off. You lose your interruption cards or something. If you do something stupid, and just have whoever the headmaster is, he can call for a vote to see if somebody needs to be sanctioned for bad behavior. And, it'll be good. Yeah. I can do it. It's no problem. Just turn it down a notch. And, I can do it. So anyway, I dragged this out pretty good. Batteries, I really wanted to test the batteries, so I did want to make a video of some length, just to see if these batteries, when fully charged, can make it, 12 minutes or whatever the hell it is. So far so good, I think. Yeah, looking good. 14 minutes. Yeah, we're doing good. No, skunk cabbage, I could ask them, but skunk cabbage aren't too smart either. I have to find something with a brain. Anything in a brain in here? Maybe this other puddle will have something with a brain in it. And I could ask it what it thinks. Might probably just, blow bubbles at me or something. So, no free will, of course. The lower animals apparently don't have any magic will. Yeah, so they can't do the right thing and say something brilliant. You want to say anything brilliant in there? Huh? What's that thing? Hello, what are you?
I'm a snail. Yeah, Snaily. That's what I like called Snaily. My name's Snaily. Yeah, Snaily. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know anything about free will. I'm just a snail.
Yeah, it's just a snail. Anyway. Probably covered with, cesspool garbage. 'Cause they're a little sloppy. The sewage line goes right underneath this path. Yeah, you can hear it sometimes. Just you can hear all the poos are tumbling down the pipe. Anyway, that's a whole different subject altogether. Well, I suppose it isn't entirely. Yeah, when I think of Graytex, that's sort of related, for sure. All right, none of that, no more of that crap. Serious proposal, though. Serious. I am being serious, in spite of my levity. Yeah. So, convey your opinion, if necessary. Yeah, I suppose there's just no point in saying, I think it's a stupid idea. I guess that's just not going to help at all. So, anyway, till next time, and such.